Hello, everyone, and welcome back into Two North 7 Cards. Don't forget to check us out on Instagram, North 7 Cards, and on eBay, North-of-the number 7. Today we got for you the 2025 Topps Series 2 Baseball Hobby. Case break number 6 here on June the 16th. Let us know in the chat, who are we looking for today? Let's get this bad boy open. See what we got in our 12 boxes. Yeah, that home run in the 9th. What an at bat with Crochet. I never thought the weekend after a Red Sox sweep I would still feel good about the Yankees. Silver pack. One. Let's see some bangers in this one. You did power the manifest that one with Baez. Yeah, the Judge on that Friday. The rest of his series was pretty brutal, but you know, he came through to send it to extras. PCA is becoming one of your guys. Glad he had a good weekend. Plus, yeah, mine was pretty good. Went to I don't even know, like a local beer festival kind of thing. That was fun outing. Otherwise, kind of laid low. It's still a good amount of sports on before that weather gets nicer and nicer. Yeah, I mean it's the ups and downs, the ebbs and flows. I like whoever threw. Maybe this wasn't this weekend, but just recently, an announcer threw out the jinx on Gleyber Torres. I think he was leading off the game, and they were talking about how, he's not really a power hitter, and he's more of an on-base guy. And immediately, first pitch home run. It was awesome. I might have been actually this weekend. But yeah, announcers catch themselves too often saying the wrong thing at the wrong time. Yeah. Going in reverse. Here's a box at number 1 of 45 of 50. Think fast. And L Speed, Demons Unite, Elliott, and C.J. Abrams. Go to the team spot. Yeah, Alec, go for it. Jose Ramirez. The dynamic duos, James Wood, Dylan Cruz. That is a good question that I'm not aware of the finer detail steps of how to do it. There's Ronald Acuna Jr., 1990 All-Star Relic for Acuna Jr. Wow, that's must have been fun to be getting that close to it. That would have been a fun payday there. OPS leaders Alvarez. $211 of $250. Austin Barnes. Also, we're gonna have some hoops to talk about. We got Chrome basketball coming up next at 12:30. Harris. NBA Finals, a wild trade, and not the only sport with a wild trade. Freeman. But I'm waiting for the Devers talk. Sanchez. Gonna be cool to see Ohtani back on the bump tonight. Vientos. Still missing those short print rookies. Yet to see them. Some are superstars. Langford. Kwan. Young. Caminero. GC. Imanaga. David Ortiz. Team card. Yeah, Devers trade is it's one of the crazier ones I think I've ever seen. Connor Henderson on the All-Star, Anthony Volpe, Mark McGuire, and Alex Bregman. Just crazy that in under a decade, the Red Sox have traded their best player to the NL West. Wish I could say twice in half a decade, but it's just over. And it's interesting because he is gonna go to San Francisco. I'm assuming he'll. I think Matt Chapman's hurt at the moment, so he might get some reps at third. But if everyone's healthy, he's gonna be a DH again, presumably. I don't know if he walks into San Francisco and is okay with learning first base there because he didn't think he told the Red Sox he's not a first baseman. So I'm sure he'll get some defensive reps, and maybe it gives Chapman, I don't know if he needs a day off or to DH every once in a while, some flexibility for the Giants. But overall, they're just getting one of the best hitters in baseball. So you throw him in your lineup any way you can. So, I mean, he would be a good fit no matter where you wanted to put him. I mean, probably closer to the deadline, teams are a little more aggressive, a little more aware of where they're going to be for the season, but it's clearly an indication of where the Red Sox think they're going, which is not playoffs. But just when you're comparing baseball trades, basketball trades, that's where it does get it gets interesting that they're kind of on the same level sometimes. Troy Taylor, 224 of 250. Yeah, he had a bad, I think it was, I would say, first series against the Rangers, and is one of the best hitters in baseball since. Alvarez, though I may be speaking a little hyperbolically about him. Gomber. Rooker. Miller. Job. Churio. Candelario. I always here to talk some ball. Nomo, especially when it's, something as jarring as that. I can tell you, I walk away from that trade with an unfortunate smile on my face because Tatis Jr. Machado, because the Yankees don't have to see him as much anymore, and it's a credit to him. River Ryan at 22 of 25. No orange there on the World Series champion auto. And then I get humbled just back like this. No, I do not do that. I root for my own team. But I do feel like this might not be a bad thing long term for the Red Sox. I truly do believe that. Rutschman, it could be a franchise-altering trade, but also it could be positive as well. Sasaki, Jackie Robinson, Ty Madden, gold, 792 of 2025. In 4 years. But who knows what they could be in 4 years. And who knows what Devers is going to be in a couple years from now. Would saw that pitcher Ohtani base. Even if it's one to two innings, I will be locked into that. Skubal, Summer Superstars. Neiman. I mean, it's a fun team to root for. I've never disliked them. Even going back, Hank Aaron, Will Wagner, Nolan Arenado, and a Michael Harris. I want to see some Perez. Fortunately, we keep saying enough Job to just remind me that he's on the mend. 2-second pause. And also, just as a trade, it's not enough. It's not enough, but you know, this is also how sports media works. There's gonna be a week's worth now of, you know, this happened with Devers, and it's just gonna be a bunch of hit pieces, which is not fair to the guy, especially, you know, the third base, first base, and DH situation. I think it's more fluid, and you know, I don't think I'm being too hard if I say that I think they were both wrong in the situation for different reasons. Both had their egos come in. And egos kind of got the best of the situation any which way, to the point where it was just an irreparable relationship. Like, or not. You couldn't mend it. I have not seen him signing it yet, but Wire. Soto. That's something to put up on that wall. Salvador Perez on the relic. He's a relic, Salvador Perez. Nice looking card. Some Carry ink. Carry bonds, as some of the kids say. Oh, we got a die cut. That K-Zone die cut. First one I'm going to see of those. That's going up there. Let's see who it's going to be. Fernando Tatis Jr., 70 of 99. Morning, MCP. How we doing on this Monday? He says cautiously, having talked about Rafael Devers for the last few minutes. Suzuki Imanaga, dynamic duos. Lawrence Butler. Anderson, first pitch. Yeah, the yin and the yang of the weekend. Wagner. I never thought we would feel differently coming out of a weekend with a Red Sox sweep. Alcantara. Got the K-Zone. And it is Nolan Ryan. Sweet hit on the K-Zone die cut. Striking out swinging on that one. Congrats to the Ryan spot. K-Zone. Without Hickson Harrison. Go the K-Zone. Nolan Ryan. Those are beautiful. Poo Astros. Well, I don't blame you. Well, I mean, we didn't mind the Astros then, or at least I didn't. Like a few years before I was born. Vlad Jr. Bohm. Oh, Naylor. Can't wait to see bearded Rodon back in the cards. Marte. Mauricio Gunner. Judge. Clayton Kershaw, Jackson Holiday, Jarren Duran, and Ketel Marte. Box 4. Arson Judge. Ooh, we got two silver packs in that box. Feels like we're opening a jumbo. Tiger Mag on the stand. It would be a sight to behold. Should be going on in our other room, Gulch. Leaning pitcher friendly? Yeah, they're brutal. Why is it only two teams in that division are good, and one of them's the Blue Jays? No problem, Gulch. I mean, even the Burns leaving isn't even that much of a, not that it's not a concern, but even he didn't pitch much into this season. Yeah, you really did not push that, but you really believed that. Stood on business with that. It was a good take. Hindsight's 20/20 for me. Skeens. Dynamic duos, Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig. Got a Trout, 1990 All-Star. Got a 1990 auto. It is Trey Sweeney. Oh, sweet on card. 1990 auto, Trey Sweeney. Before opening day. Ooh, All-Star game. That's an interesting. Yeah, does he get flipped over? Do his stats roll over? It's a good Tigers box. Andy Ibanez, 206 of 2025. PS leaders a Profar. And the home field advantage, Dylan Cruz. Nice one there. Cruz, home field advantage. Short print insert. Going to the Cruz spot. Two names that you always think of together. Dylan Cruz and Nolan Ryan. Yeah, I would have to look at. Well, I don't think he's making it as a DH, as a starter at least. Neto. It's always weird when someone gets traded across, leagues or conferences that are all-stars. Schwarber. Elias Diaz. Brendan Donovan, 129 of 250. Oh, Cody Bellinger. Nice home field advantage. Yeah, Dave, the Kimbrel trade was way bigger than the Devers trade. I know that's what you're saying. Acuna. Tatis Jr. Reyes. Rosario. He was unbelievable. Arenado. And then really turned into a pumpkin. Carroll. Blissey, probably not a lot. Ortiz. Tovar. Jose Ramirez, 81 of 199. Gunnar Henderson. 1990 All-Star. I've seen plenty of guys. Most of the guys just walk out the door, a la Robinson Cano. William Contreras, Francisco Lindor, Mike Yastrzemski, and say hey kid, Willie Mays. On a team like that, he has to. I don't know. I love an Ella. Dave, I think you're thinking of Tommy Kahnle. That was a tough one to watch us go. Exactly. That was tough. You know, he left twice. Just decided a couple times he did not want to be a Yankee. Couldn't have been any bigger superstar than that. Hitting a clutch home run in an elimination game in Cleveland. Definitely didn't sign with a rival New York team. Subtle research. Can it be a resurgence if you were never like really there? Kleber, Clay Holmes. So still just hanging out, Rizzo. Just waiting for a job. And I don't even know if I'm implying one on the field or not. Spots, yeah, but like to this level. If Judge is going to the Tigers, then I'm expecting Skubal, Kerry Carpenter. Sounds good, Dave. Yeah, Nolan Ryan is from, a few minutes ago. Kershaw. Be cool now to move on to try to get the backwards K. Javi Baez. Still have him there as a shortstop. With Junior. Noah. Alonso. Daniel Schneemann. Frank Thomas. Forso. Dustin Harris. Well, let's try to change that. If they traded Judge, would I still be a fan? Yes, but I'd be pretty devastated. That would be a tough one for me to get over. Correa, Royce Lewis, and that's the thing. You've had to deal with that twice. Austin O'Reilly, Major League material. Dude, it's in the foyer. Reddit's pre-bids over on eBay. Have to check out our store before the break happens. Ooh, 4-1 the other day. Wow. The Red Hot Red Wings, probably Gavin McKenna and Bedard, Trout. Yeah, twice just with your baseball. Mantle, yeah, Marchand, Brady, Mac Jones. Yeah, the Brady one too. That's again, it's same with Mookie. It stings also because they left and they won. Acuna. Sasaki at 12 of 74. Tanner Bibee on the black parallel. Oh man, now I don't even want to think of a world where the Yankees would trade Judge. I don't think there is. I think they would stick it out with him. Unless he really wanted out, I guess would have to be Salvador Perez. But it's hard to imagine a scenario of that happening. But in this world, it's not impossible. Guys get unhappy all the time. Brent Rooker, Chipper Jones, Shea Whitcomb, and Bo Jackson. Signing a guy staying committed to him. I don't know. I don't have any receipts of the Brady thing, but I feel like at the time I was thinking this isn't a terrible move. I think it was just because it ended so badly for Brady and the Pats. By no means takes away the mountains of success they had together, but you know, at that point it probably, outside looking in, it felt like it was time. But it also seemed like Brady was going to try to, you know, hang around for too long. Which maybe a year. Honestly, maybe 2. They won that Super Bowl. You don't just want to be Peyton Manning or John Elway. Just retire on top. Go out a winner. Those last couple years feel and look a little Jordan Wizardsy in my mind. Koufax. Basso. Dynamic duos. Julio Rodriguez. Ken Griffey Jr. Sasaki. Oscar, Duran, Robbie Ray, 1257 of 2025. What? That seems like a weekend video to watch. Walker. Scooble. Gunner. City Connect Relic Francisco Alvarez. City Connect Relic Alvarez. Judge. Pete Alonso. Schneemann. Job. Tovar. Scoopable pause. Now the next one I see, I don't think I could give you 2 seconds, but I could give you a second. Yamamoto. 41 of 150. Jose Tena. The Blue Jays, a team card. Blue Tena. I will definitely make sure to watch that. Juan Soto, Kason Kim, Clayton Kershaw, and Jackson Holiday. I would just let him pitch today. I can't believe I'm this excited. Yeah, I guess they would have to double switch. I can't be busy. Yeah, that's true. The double switches. Yeah, I would even just let him pitch. Worry about that for I think they said 1 to 2 innings. Machado, just let him get back into it. Let him get his feet wet. Back into the mode as a pitcher. Seager, it is nice that they can kind of bring him back slowly and properly. No, that was last year. Then they beat my team. Now I can't hate. Bobby Witt Jr., 19/90 All-Star Relic. I will be home on the couch locked in. Well, it's also Dodgers Padres. I think that adds to the intrigue and the allure. Lindor, Soto. Johnson. Second most memorable Randy. Gentran. The first pitch. 21 of 25. Shane Baz. Orange Baz. Yeah, that wasn't the only reason. I had multiple reasons. Not trying to discredit Schmidt, but just, you know, add a little context of why this hasn't happened before. Soto, Buddy's also generational talent, which I can unfortunately not deny. Cruz. Bogarts. Kasparius. I would say my opinion wouldn't change, but it probably would. Luis Arias. 9-1-1 of 2025. First pitch velocity. That's insane. Greatest player ever. I gotta give him a little more time before we start calling him that. But he's checking off most of the boxes. Alvarez. I can't even use the he hasn't won anything yet argument. That one went down the drain. 169 of 250. Kyle Isbell. With Acuna Jr. And the base range team card. I'm interested. Would he pump gas, straight gas first pitch? Jaron Durant, Ketel Marte, Hank Aaron, 167 of 199. Yordan Alvarez. $70 seems a little low to me, but I guess I could accept that. Does he pump straight gas first pitch? Yeah, I think you almost would, just to kind of settle yourself in. Are we back in 50-50 conversations? Because I haven't really heard that yet. I hope his velocity is still there. That is the thing. I don't want to see him pitch bad. I mean, even if he's just a hitter, he's probably worth every dollar of that deferred contract. I wouldn't be until like July and August that we really start to talk about it. Of it even being a possibility. Freeman. Iglesias. Kershaw. Koufax. Sasaki. Devers. Cutter. Crawford. Can't believe the person that collects all the cards that have Fenway Park in them, or the Green Monster. Ted Williams. Merrill. Aaron Shunk. Baseball Stars Auto. Going to the Shunk spot. Was that a possibility? Was that possibly in the works? Leather coming out blistered. Cunha Jr. Correa. Pennington. Miller in the Rookie Cup. Yeah, it was good to see. It was good to see her return. Sale. I mean, 36 still would have been nice to, recognize and remember him. Alright, is it Jen Tran on the first pitch? 38 of 99. No, I think it was the weekend. I really want to say Saturday, but no, I can't remember. I didn't watch the whole game, but I saw glimpses between the other sports going on. Goal. Who? Casas? It's more likely. I think they would trade Duran over Casas. So JC, Piazza, DeGrom, Chris Sale. 44 of 150. See, now I always know when it's Monday because that's when I get to play hockey, so... Mondays now will never be forgotten until September. Oh yeah, Tuesday for you. They're all big ones. Wait, was it a Wednesday? I thought I called a Monday a Wednesday. I do get on the ice, Blizzy, once a week. I mean, FCP, they're all big games. They're all, well, not really playoff games. Kind of like when the NHL did that bubble round robin. It's kind of like that. Is how we treat it. Yeah, I think it was Monday, and I said Wednesday, which I remember it came out, and I realized how wrong I was. Oh, don't give me Mickey Mouse. The only Mickey Mouse I count is the 2020 Dodgers. That's fun. It's fun to be out there. No. Why would I ever discredit them? Four boxes to go. Otani. Vlad Guerrero Jr., Bo Bichette. Dynamic duos. Jarren Duran, 1990 All-Star Relic. Sound like I'm from Minnesota or something? Yeah, that's true. You might get offered, a number 2 prospect. Suzuki. Could we interest you in a Spencer Jones? Yeah, I always try to trade for Devers to get him on the Yankees, and then I just get offered Masataka Yoshida instead. Mookie. Tanya. Realmuto. New TH Savior. Or a George Lombard Jr. Gunner. This is the Mets team card. /150, Brandon Woodruff. Blue Woodruff. Oh, Washington. Another one. It does not, Blizzy. Just pure pride. Oscar. Yeah, so I don't know. What's more, 0 for 6? I don't know if I looked at that Saturday or Sunday. With Junior. I thought it would be. Junior, Adames, Merrill, Junior, Caminero. I hope that's something in CBA discussions, the arbitration calendar thing. It's just it's a bad incentive for teams to hold back these prospects. There you go, Dave, with the top-notch instructions. Brett. Ellie. Jose Iglesias, 17 of 74. Come near you. The Tigers team card, all team spot. Detroit. Noel. Richard Fitz. 533 of 2025. Contreras. Harris, a Tariq Skubal auto. There we go, Skubal on the 1990 auto. There's no Jordan Hicks. Absolutely would never compare the two. Go 1990 auto on card Skubal. Are we looking at the undisputed best pitcher in baseball? Ohtani, Mookie. Opie. Sasaki. There's another Skubal in the 1990. Spencer Strider. So you had Strider, 13 strikeouts in 6 innings? I thought it was no debate, but you never know. People might have their own answers. Snell, Summer, Superstars. And we got the All Kings with the Nats. That All Kings there is for James Wood. Sweet hit there, James Wood. Like, unbelievably great looking cards. All Kings. James Wood. I mean, when you see the Nats logo, obviously the first guy you usually think of is Eric Thames, but James Wood second. Rookie Ruth. Yep, Jason Worth. Another one. Drew Storen just pops into the mind like nothing. Ichiro, Mark Vientos, Babe Ruth, and Jace Young. 2 boxes to go in this one. Zimmer. Yep, Zimmer's a good actual answer, not Drew Storen. And you lost me. That just sounds like noises. That doesn't even look like a name. Video game Thames was incredible. Thames? Thames? I don't remember how to say it. I do remember Andy Chavez. He's no Jesse, but yeah, that's true. We really buried the lead on that one. You know, one of those like haven't heard that name in a while that I just thought of was Gio Gonzalez. I haven't thought about Gio Gonzalez in a very long time. Wow, really? Did not know that. I wish I could. I mean, I hope I would just be like subconsciously. What? It's not known. It's not known as the Brad Peacock trade. Over Gio. Anthony Rendon when he used to love baseball. For I don't know, at least a couple weeks. Cal Ripken Jr. Eston Kierstead. Future Stars. Devers. Strider. Yelich. Naga. Buxton. JC Merrill. Wow, that is a... I'm alone. I'm pretty sure Derek Holland, I feel like I remember him being a Nat at one point. Dynamic Duos, Duke Snyder, Mickey Mantle. Fernando Tatis Jr. Major League material. Oh, 2011. Man, 2011 to get a haul like that. Neto. Inkford. Ellie. Miller. Minguez. Yastrzemski. And we got it. The true photo. Number 4, Zach Penrod. True photo. Ooh, let me MCP. I'll throw a guess out there. Germany's well, I guess. Yeah, that's true. Scuba Auto. Show Blizzy that one. All right, Germany's initial 6. So I saw the other ones: Sweden, Finland, Latvia, Skeens. Silver. I want to try to guess the other 5 with Junior, Noel, Ellie, and Spencer Strider. Ooh, Jed Lowry. That's no Kyle Harrison. Yeah, he did rock both ear flaps. I don't remember him more as a Met, but I definitely have the Met version ingrained in my brain. Yeah, Skeens, I would accept that as an argument. I'll say slight debate, but I would still lean Scooble at this point. All right, MCP. Sider, Draisaitl, Stützle are kind of the easy ones. I don't even know if they would name a goalie. Like maybe Grubauer. I'd be shocked no Peterka. Timmy Dives. He sucks. Oh, because Peterka doesn't? And the Germany connection. silver pack on top. There we go. You know, a little last box magic. Griffey Jr., Luis Acuna, Judge, Justin Robleski. Starting the last box off with that silver. If we get Bart back in here, ask questions. I'm sure he's got some crazy ones. J-Rod. Otani Sasaki. Dynamic duos. Goldschmidt, Correa, Woodruff, it's not like there's that. They have to be NHL players, right? Pujols. I could get this. Alcantara. Harper. City Connect relic. It is Francisco Lindor. 13 of 25. Extra thick game used mem. Wart Lindor. Jay Cutler. I mean, while we could argue, but okay, NHL players, German NHL players, Corbin Carroll. Luis Angel Acuna. 1,005 out of 2025. Germans. Harper. Summer Superstars, the pink Salvador Perez. .108 of 250, Gabriel Iriarte. I guess I'll say Grubauer. I don't really think there's any other goalies that I could think of. If it's not Grubauer, then I'll take the team hints. Langford. Superstars, Merrill. Montgomery. And that will conclude our break. Let's get into our recap. Four out of 6. Iriarte, Luis Angel Acuna, the true photo Penrod. Fitz, Iglesias. I'll take the teams anyways. Woodruff, Sale, Gentran, Alvarez, Isbell, Reyes, Shane Basney, Orange, Tania, Robbie Ray, Tanner Bybee, Gunner, Brenda Donovan, Banez, Fernando Tatis Jr., Ty Madden, Troy Taylor, Austin Barnes. We got the Think Fast NL Speed Demons Unite, 45 of 50. Panthers, really? Hawks would be either Kurashev or Reichel. I don't know which. I think it's Reichel. I think Kurashev's from the Swiss. And for autos and men, we've got Tariq Skubal, 1990. Baseball stars, Aaron Schunk. Panthers, Trey Sweeney. River Ryan, 22 of 25. Ronald Acuna Jr., Salvador Perez. Major League material, Austin Riley. City Connect relic, Francisco Alvarez. 1990 All-Star, Bobby Witt Jr. Jaron Duran, Major League material, Tatis Jr. 13 of 25 on the City Connect relic, Francisco Lindor. Last one is a Panther. Either of their goalies are. Can't forget about a back wall. The home field advantage. Dylan Cruz. It's about to go right into the randoms. It is the K-Zone die-cut Nolan Ryan. Oh. Sturm? Nico Sturm? And the All Kings James Wood. Sweet looking cards. Beautiful. All Kings. And we will randomize here our dynamic duos. We are to random.org. That's a I don't want to say bad pick. Thank you. Wow, all kings are great. All left and right sides. Next break coming up in just about 10 minutes time. 24-25 at Topps Chrome Basketball. We are. Good luck to both sides. I love naming those Olympic Six. Those are fun. I like those. I like that they do that. Give the fans a little sneak peek. Yeah, not the greatest, I would say. Solid player, but final round here, and the dynamic duos going to the all left sides. Go to the left side for the dynamic duos. And with that, everyone, that will wrap us up here. Yeah, that's true. I didn't even think of him not having a contract going into next year. That will wrap us up here for the 2025 Topps Series 2 Baseball Hobby. Case break number 6 here on June the 16th. Thank you, everyone who joined in on this one. If you are going to check out our next break in here, that is going down at 12:30 Eastern, just under 10 minutes from now. 24-25 Topps Chrome Basketball Hobby, case break number 2. All right, everyone. If you are going to join those later breaks, we will see you then. If not, take care, everyone, and enjoy the rest of your Monday.